After 29 years in Missouri's prisons, I'm going to share what life is like in Missouri's maximum security prisons. If you have a loved one in prison or maybe heading to prison yourself, this may be something you need to know. In maximum prisons, the days start early with count time at 6 a.m. There'll be other count times 11 a.m., 4 p.m., and a name and number count at 10 o'clock, 10 p.m., which means that you have to show your ID and say your name. You can only shower when they tell you, make a phone call when they allow it, and limited recreation time. Certain housing units out at a certain time, that type of thing. Maximum security prison is the loneliest place on earth without being alone. I know that sounds strange, but it's really the only way I can explain it. The whole segregation, whatever you want to call it, day starts there at 4 o'clock when they serve breakfast. But you can go to the hole for anything. Petty rules that you may break, even rules that you didn't break. Oh, yeah. A CEO has it out for you, can write you up for something you didn't do, and get you put in the hole. Most of the time, I was guilty, but there was 3 times I can remember where I was innocent. I know many don't like the hole and feel that they suffer mentally down there. I didn't like. I didn't try to go to the hole, but when I did go to the hole, I saw it as a break from everything going on the yard. That doesn't mean you don't have to worry about your safety in the hole because anything can happen anywhere. Your cellie could attack you while you're asleep. Anything can happen anywhere, no matter what part of the prison you are in. And anytime I went to the hole, there were people I knew down there. Hey, Harv, what's up? It's really loud in the hole. People hollering through the doors or vents. Uh, Homies wanting to pass cigarettes and coffee. But this all helps pass time. It's when they put you in a single man cell away from people in other cells that it gets harder. I will say this, after spending a lot of time in the hole, your senses are overloaded when you finally do get out. There's a lot of movement. You're not in cuffs. You don't have to talk through the door. Everything is bright. The harsh lights in the housing units will give you a headache. When you first step outside, the sun will almost blind you. In prison, your every action is watched. If you do not move right in prison, it could cost you. It could get you hurt or worse. The difference between doing something wrong in the free world and wrong in prison is in prison you cannot walk away for 2 reasons. There's no place to go. Where are you going to go? Even if you do walk away, it is a sign of weakness. Then you're really in deep shit. In prison, you must always think about what you say and do. I can't stress that enough. Don't talk bad about somebody, as it could get you back to the person that you were talking about, in most cases will. Many times, people will just try to get you to talk bad about somebody so they can run to them and tell them. It's like entertainment to them. If you have something to say to somebody, say it to their face. That should actually apply out here too, now that I think about it. Then you have these people who are just out to get you but are afraid to do it themselves. So they will try to make up stuff, tell others, and try to get them to take care of their dirty work. Violence is a way of life in maximum security prison. Fights happen over anything. I mean, the smallest thing sometimes. Even those not looking for trouble must be always prepared to defend themselves. I have seen people stabbed over what in the free world may seem trivial. You name it, I've seen debt, gambling, basketball games, all of it. Mind your own business. That means don't stare unless you're looking for a fight. Don't eavesdrop. Don't get involved in a conflict unless it involves you or somebody you're cool with. Keep your cell clean. Show respect to your cellie. I know of a guy who got severely beaten because he was farting while his cellie ate. Organizations are not a safety net. In Missouri, you don't have to join an organization. At least that's the way it was when I was in. In fact, joining can put your life in more danger. Now, I did have a group of people I hung around. I had their backs and they had mine. How do I know this? Over time, through their actions. I learned I could depend on them. If I got jumped, I knew they would help. Vice versa. There was times where I was like, shit, here we go again. Meaning I was hoping this would not happen, but hey, it's prison. Chow is often bad, so people who could afford it bought commissary to sustain themselves. Plus, the servings was not that much. It was supposed to be 2,000 calories, but I doubt it was that. But it's prison. Most of us put ourselves in prisons. Medical is a joke, and sometimes you have to stay persistent to be seen. Finally, you are seen and given Motrin. No matter what is wrong with you, they give you Motrin. I'm not joking about this. Calls are monitored. Mail is monitored. You can only have one visit a week, sometimes two. If you fill out a special visiting request, that is, and sometimes that's a long process. If you want to be taken out in prison, it's not hard, people. People say, man, I'm tired, man. I'm tired of living. Say something wrong to the wrong person and they'll take care of that for you. Don't get a serious medical problem. Chances are in Missouri you will not be treated. I know of a guy having chest pains and they gave him Motrin and he had a heart attack. Finally, I've seen a few comments where I'm accused of glorifying prison. That is the last thing I want to do, folks. We cannot hide the truth of what prison is like. If we do not tell the truth, then the loved ones of the incarcerated will not understand. By telling the truth, maybe, just maybe, we can steer someone from taking action that will land them in prison. Maybe we can help someone on their way to prison. Thanks for watching. If you're new, hit that like and subscribe and leave a comment. I would love to hear your thoughts.